Good morning, traders. Thank you for joining me again for another video. It's hard to do this live because there's so much going on and you find yourself re-recording, like the phone ringing and that kind of thing, but I've turned off everything now and I feel confident that I can get this video to you. It is a follow-up video on my last video, and the last video you saw me short on this candle, which was a bit premature, but I wanted to go ahead and get in on some of that bearish action. I did close out in profit, but the reason I'm making this video is to follow up on my trend line blog. On my blog, I shared that just because you get a valid reversal signal, it doesn't mean that price is going to reverse in the opposite direction. What it does mean, however, is that sometimes price is going to trend sideways, which is what it did here, and sometimes is going to continue on in the pattern that it was, which it did here. Now, I closed out in profit, and a nice profit, because my price began to move sideways and I did not want price to reverse and go against me. Now, this was not the best bearish reversal signal. A better signal would have been a doji, a long leg doji, a dark cloud cover, a bearish engulfing pattern, a shooting star. Any of those would have been much better, and you would have looked for confirmation on the other candle. But when I did not get confirmation, I closed out here because price was trending sideways. But I still expected price to drop, because you'll see where I drew my trend line where I was making lower highs, and even on this candle I was making a lower high until it went bullish. When it went bullish, I went behind it, closed out, and when it went bearish here, I turned around and I went bearish with that candle. And I think I'm going to get a much longer bearish run here when I get the confirming candle. And I do want to point out that's one of the reasons, and I'm still actually in this trade right now, but that's one of the reasons you want to wait for a valid confirmation signal on your candle, is because you end up in a much safer trade. Now, I did close this one out in profit, but probably not as much profit as I will get here if I close out on a valid confirming signal. And then I will just continue to go short until I get a bounce the other way. Once I get a possible bullish reversal pattern, then I'm going to get out of that trade. But if I see that I get in here again and I'm sideways trending, once I get profit, I'm going to close out in that profit. So I'm going to see how this candle closes. If it gives me that bearish confirmation, then I am going to continue to go short. If it does not, then chances are I'll have enough profit. I'll close out with that profit and wait for another setup. That's the great thing about trading. You get valid setups all day long. Have a killer trading day. Thanks for joining me again.